How did the Civil Rights Act of 1960 end Jim Crow laws? Imagine a time when laws kept Black Americans separate from white Americans in almost every part of life. That was the reality under Jim Crow laws. These laws, created after the Reconstruction era, enforced separate but equal facilities that kept Black Americans in inferior conditions. They made it illegal for Black and white people to share public places like restaurants, theaters, and buses. They also blocked Black Americans from voting through unfair rules like literacy tests and poll taxes. These laws lasted for nearly 100 years, deeply embedding racial inequality into everyday life. The Supreme Court's 1896 decision in Plessy v. Ferguson supported these laws by saying segregation was okay if facilities were equal. But in 1954, the case of Brown v. Board of Education changed everything by declaring school segregation unconstitutional. Still, many other forms of segregation stayed in place. The Civil Rights Movement, led by leaders like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., fought to end these unfair practices through protests, marches, and legal challenges. The Civil Rights Act of 1960 was a major step forward. It made it illegal to discriminate based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin. This law specifically banned segregation in public places such as restaurants, hotels, theaters, and transportation. It also stopped employers from treating workers unfairly because of their race. The law required public facilities and workplaces to be open to everyone equally. This directly challenged the legal foundation of Jim Crow laws that had kept Black Americans separated and unequal for so long. The law was the result of years of effort by civil rights leaders and activists who pushed for change. They organized peaceful protests, sit-ins, and marches to demand justice. The Civil Rights Act of 1960 was a victory for these efforts, marking a turning point in American history. It helped to break down the legal barriers that kept Black Americans second-class citizens. After this law, other laws like the Voting Rights Act of 1965 followed, protecting Black Americans' right to vote and further dismantling Jim Crow's hold. In practical terms, the Civil Rights Act of 1960 made it illegal to deny Black Americans access to public facilities or jobs based on race. This opened the door for integration in schools, workplaces, and public spaces. It allowed Black Americans to participate more fully in society and challenge the social and economic inequalities created by Jim Crow laws. Overall, this law ended the legal support for racial segregation and discrimination, helping to create a more equal America.